Morning. It's currently 3:45 Tuesday morning. We're going to a road trip today. Off up to Scotland. A couple of jobs to do up there, and then once we've got on our way back down. So we'll get ourselves off up there, get these jobs boshed, and then get back down. All being well. Been getting in recording yesterday. I was at workshop all day. Did a quick job at Bolton, but I didn't record that. Weren't really worth recording for what I was doing. So hopefully we'll get some good footage today. We've got brake pad wear fault to do and an ABS fault to do. So that should be something to get us teeth into. So, and I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel. I got up this morning, couldn't believe it, 101 subscribers. Can't believe how managed to get to 101 subscribers. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone for that. It means so much to me, it really does. I never thought I'd get that many subscribers. So yeah, job's a good one. And is it just me, or is anybody else when they're leaving home at this sort of time come out of the house like I just robbed the place? Torch on, don't make a noise, don't wake anybody up. Yeah, anyway, enough chat, let's get on with it. So it's 8 o'clock, got here at 7:45 in Edinburgh, so I need to have a bad run up there. Stopped once to go to the toilet and that about it really. So what I'll do now, we're going to have a look at this first truck, which is a Mercedes Iconic, and we'll see what the faults are and see what it's doing. So now I've had a couple of comments, one of them being the music on the videos is not the best, which I'd completely 100% agree, it's crap. However, this is all new to me, this YouTube job, and the editing software I'm using only gives you a limited amount of music. Now I'm sure there's got to be another way of doing it. There's got to be a way of getting better music on. So if you know, pop in the comments, and I'll see what I can do with that, because it is a bit naff that. It's not the best. It's not the best. And another one, a couple of other comments that I had was my starting times. Now, it's personal preference that. I started at 4:15 this morning, just purely to get up here early, get the job done. If any issues then during the day, you've literally got all day to sort that issue out. If you need to go and source parts somewhere, or you get a job that you end up being a bit in depth with, you don't want to be chasing your tail at the end of the day. So that's my personal preference anyway, because a lot of these places we go to, council yards, stuff like that, waste transfer stations, they have a habit of shutting at like 4, 5, 6 o'clock. So I'd like to, my personal preference is get up here, get the job sorted out, and then if I do need parts or anything like that, I can go and source the parts. Our parts firm can source me some parts, do whatever. That's personal preference to me, is that one. And another comment was about the distance we travel. Why do we travel so far? There's various different reasons for the reason why we travel so far. Sometimes it's purely down to the after sales part of the job, where we're going doing warranty work or software updates or anything along them lines. Another reason can be purely because we can't get the trucks in at a garage somewhere. We all know what it's like at the minute, nobody can get techs. Everyone's absolutely moored out with work. So they might say, yeah, we can do your truck, mate, but it's going to be Wednesday. And it's now Monday morning and they're telling you it's Wednesday. People can look at it, so that truck's then down for 2 days. Obviously, because we run a hire fleet, we need to keep our trucks on the road to keep the customers happy. That's one of the reasons why. And it just makes sense. Sometimes it's more financially viable to send us to go and do it than it is to put it in somewhere, depending what it is, where it is, etc, etc. So that's the reason for that. And any other questions you want to ask, just pop it in comments, and I'll answer them best I can. So anyway, you don't listen to me waffle on all day, do you? So let's crack on and have a look at this Mercedes Iconic. So now then, this first job's a nice easy one. Just wants a brake reline on the drive axle, so it's put the brake pad warning light on. The operator doesn't want to run it with that on, so the pads aren't dangerously low, but they are low enough for the lights coming on the dash. So we'll get them whipped out and changed. Now Mercedes, in their infinite wisdom, put the adjuster down here. So to get to it, you've got to take your brake chamber off, yeah? And the other thing they've done, they've put an electric handbrake on these. So I've read the tutorials and all the rest of it on YouTube and stuff, and on the internet, of how to put these in service mode. Now, for the Actros and stuff like that, it's got the details for it. You look on these, you haven't got the things that have got the Actros to do it. So if anybody knows how to do it, let us know, will you? So what I do, leave it running, take the chambers off. Once the chambers are off, then switch the engine on, the electric handbrake comes on then. So yeah, so what we'll do, whip these pads out, whip some new ones in, and fingers crossed that fault should clear then. What I'll do, I'll plug Texer in, reset them so they know that it's got new pads in it, which you'll know anyway. But I always like to go on the Texer and tell it it's got new pads in as well. And then hopefully that's the first job done, and then we'll have a look at this ABS fault. And then I've just had another job come through for a Binley fault, so which ain't too far away from where I'm here at Edinburgh, so we'll get to look at that after these, provided the ABS fault ain't anything too serious, but who knows, could be anything, couldn't it? So we'll get these pads whipped out and we'll have a look. Here's a quick tip for you. What I always do on these sorts of pads, I always leave that plate in there, put my hand on it there, and then turn the adjuster back at the same time, because otherwise what I tend to find is that piston there can sometimes turn, which rips the boot, makes it a nightmare to line back up. So it's a quick tip for you. And also, the other one, you can never beat the element of surprise when you're doing a set of pads, can you? Where you take your pads out, you back it off, you go with your caliper, and it's seized up. Luckily for me, this one's nice and free. Same on the other side be nice and free as well. But there's nought worse than getting hold of that caliper and it's solid, especially on site, and then you're taking it off and putting slide kits in it and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, nice change, but not what you want to do it on site really. Not you chasing it around the floor trying to do them Allen keys. Now then, another cheeky tip I'm going to give you. When you're putting these bars in here, there could be a nightmare sometimes to get that bolt in. So I've struggled with it in the past myself. So what I've found is, put your pads in, make sure they're sat in nice and snug. Tighten your adjuster up so your pads are onto you, so your brakes are locked on, and then put that in, because then what you'll find is your pads aren't moving about, and sometimes when you put it in, the pads just kick and you can't get that bolt in. Yeah, so that's what I do. Tighten your adjuster up once your pads are in, put your bar in, and you'll find every time your bolt goes straight in, no issues. Okay, okay. I'll tell you something, these tips I'm giving out today, I should be charging for them, shouldn't I? Well, tell you what lads, put your money away, you can have these ones for free. Here's one for you lads, lasses. Talking wheel nuts, right? So I had these wheels off this truck, dump brakes, putting them back on, yeah? How many times have you put a wheel nut on, your inch drive gun, or whatever you used to put it on with, you put your torque wrench on it and it clicks straight away, yeah? Everyone's done it, don't deny it, everybody's done it. Click straight away, you think, we'll do. You'll have to tighten it up. So, question to you is, put it in comments, what torque's that wheel nut at then? If you rattle up with your gun, then you put your torque wrench on it, click straight away, what torque is that wheel nut actually at? And then, we've all done it. A few weeks later, that same truck comes in, you've taken wheels back off, and you can't undo them wheel nuts. And it's always some other dickhead who's done it. You're always like, which dickhead's put these wheels back on here like this? It's fucking ridiculous. I can't get them off. You're jumping on an 8-foot scaffolding tube and trying to break your neck and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? So, what I do, I use Milwaukee gun, half-inch drive gun. Takes the wheel nuts off, no bother. Yeah, real piece of kit. Milwaukee Fuel. Not sponsored by Milwaukee, but if they don't sponsor me, I won't mind trying a 3/4 gun. Give a review on it for you. You know what I mean? Anyway, back to the grader. So, what I tend to do now, rattle up with 3/4 gun, put my torque wrench on, and usually get half to 3/4 return out of each wheel nut. So I then know what torque them wheel nuts are at. And here's a controversial one for you. I used to work for a company years ago, and the workshop manager insisted the wheels had to be torqued, jacked up. Not on the floor, they had to be jacked up to be torqued. What's your thoughts on that one? Let us know. Anyway, better crack on, because this torque wrench, you can see, ain't working on its own. It's not got a battery on it either. So yeah, get these torqued up, get a torque tag in cab. Always remember torque tab, lads. Always remember torque tag. What I do, I've always done it, not just this company, every company I've ever worked for. Well, since mobile phones come out, with cameras on. I've always done a torque tag, put it in cab, took a picture of it, wrote the serial number down off the torque tag, put it on my job card. You're covered then, your ass is covered. You know what I mean? If that driver decides he's not retorquing them wheels and he loses them, they're looking for somebody to blame. If you've had them off and you've put them back on, you're the man they're going to blame. So, just as for peace of mind, bit of advice for you there. I'll tell you something, I'm throwing these tips out today, mate. I couldn't believe I should start charging for these, shouldn't I? Anyway, let's get these wheel nuts torqued up here. Right, so second job was ABS fault on a Dennis. So take ignition on, ABS light comes on, plug texture in, scanned it, no faults. Give it a run down yard, ABS light's gone out. Tried it a few times, no fault found. So yeah, so I think this one should be good to go at that. It's been over half an hour now, so I'm going to do my retorque on that other truck, that the brake pads on, and then I think we'll get ourselves away and get to the next job. Might grab some breakfast while we're at it. It's how's it now? 10:35. So we're getting ready for a bit of brekkie, I think. So yeah, so job's a good one. Get down the road, get next job done. Yes, this next job I've come to has been a right head scratcher. Right hand chair works in auto, left hand chair won't work in auto. So, gone through various different things, testing different things, couldn't find the fault. Anyway, found it. So, I'm going to show you. So, the right hand chair, up it goes. No bother. And now the left hand chair does the same. It says so now the left hand chair should do the same. There we go. Missed its pin. Try it again. That's me trying to operate it with one hand. There we go. It's now working in auto as well. So what I've done is I've had this button station in pieces, all contacts in there, inputs and outputs are all alright, and then behind here you have what we call a refuse sensor, which is up in this channel here. It's that sensor there. So basically what that sensor does, when the refuse builds up on the back rave plate, it won't let the bin tip in anymore in auto until the refuse has been cleared. So disconnected it, it's working fine now. That's what I'm going to do, bang a new sensor in it, try it again, it should be right at that. So that's the job now, get a new sensor in it. Now then, so that's them 3 trucks bish bash bash done. So the idea now is to head towards home. Calling at Bathgate on my way past, just to have a quick look at one of our hire trucks. Something and nothing. Just want to have a quick look at something on that. Then home. So got a bit of a bad day really. Quite productive. 2:10 now. So only half an hour or so away from Bathgate, which ain't so bad. And then it'll be 3.5 hours probably from there home. So not too bad. Should be at Bathgate for like 4:30, 4:45. And then we'll just shoot it southbound and home. So we'll catch you in a bit. Yeah, so it's the last job of the day at Bathgate now. Just waiting for the truck to come in, it's not in yet. So I reckon it'll be about 15-20 minutes for its back, which ain't too bad. Only 2-minute job anyway when it gets here. Passing it anyway, so it's not out of my way, so it's no detriment to me. So, and then we'll get ourselves way down the road and get home. About 3.5 hours home from here, so not been a bad day really. Nice ride up to Edinburgh and what have you. Is it just me, or I suppose you ever watched that film? What's it called? The Angels Show. They go to Edinburgh. That little bit of glasses on. They're walking around looking at castle, and he says, "What if they put it up there for?" I won't even attempt to do it in Scottish accent because I can't do it, and it's just going to sound horrendous. But what I will do, if I can work out to it, I'll put the clip in.
What? What is that? What's he talking about?
Don't know.
That there? What is that?
But that big thing on top of the hill,
You can't even miss that. Look at that.
Aye.
What is that?
that's Edinburgh Castle, Albert.
Is it?
Aye.
What did they put it up there for?
Are you taking the piss?
No, what did they put it up there for? Look at it. Fuck me,
Where
man.
did they put it up? How the fuck do I know?
You don't recognise Edinburgh Castle?
No. Oh, I wouldn't have been asking you.
Have you been living in a cupboard all your life or what?
What's the matter with that, Harry?
Is there no shortbread in your house?
And then you can get what I'm on about. That's just my sense of humour. I thought it funny, but I thought it was funny anyway. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Another question I'd had in the comments was about the company I work for. Somebody asking what they would like to work for. I think I mentioned it in the previous video. I think they're right to work for. I think they're good to work for. They are currently advertising for mechanics. And I think, you know, the question was something like, you know, I see they've been advertising this out to other. The reason why they're advertising is purely because of expansion. The company's growing at a healthy rate as well. It's growing. So we have a few vacancies. We have one at Sheffield Depot. We have that depot at Sheffield, so a vacancy there for HGV mechanic. A vacancy at Chorley for HGV mechanic, workshop based as well. And then mobile for South, which I presume is the London area, and Birmingham area. So it'll be mobile doing very similar to what I'm doing, or Boris doing the same as what I'm doing. So which wouldn't be a bad job, I would have thought. I would have said it'd be a good job that. I think, if I remember correctly, they're also hiring for someone in office as well to help out on the higher side of things, which that'd be a decent job. Probably very fast paced and what have you, and you probably have to be a bit switched on with your job like, but I'd have thought no day a bit same on that job. Yeah. And to be fair, money wise, they're no different to anybody else. They're paying the going rate, maybe slightly more than the going rate. In fact, I'd say it's probably a touch more than the going rate than what they're paying, but it is what it is, isn't it? I know if you're in workshop at Chorley, this may all change, but it's currently 7 till half 5 Monday to Thursday, and then 8 till half 12 on a Friday, 44 hours. And there's scope for overtime if you want it as well. There's plenty of overtime if you want it. There's always overtime. Sheffield Depot, I think that's probably 6, 7 o'clock start that, I think, off the top of my head. Till whenever. I'm not sure on the hours over there. I think it's all work dependent and whatever else, and you just make the job work for yourselves over there. So yeah, if anyone's interested, I'll put the link to the Facebook page in the description down below, and you can have a look and see what you think. So yeah, that's my sales pitch done, or whatever, something like that, isn't it? So I'm going to give it another half hour. This truck's not in half an hour. We'll see what we're up to each job then. But yeah, that's not been a bad day at all. So if I don't speak to you again, see you on the next one. Take care.